That's the YouTube. The title of the live stream, and let's just do it. So we only have a half hour, so I'm going to go through quickly, but you stop me if I'm going too fast. Okay.
All right.
And you let me know if you need help with something. You can watch this again later on my YouTube channel if you would like. And of course, anyone that's watching this live with me or even recorded after the fact, if you need help, go on to sign up for tutoring at 204tutor.com. All right, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get X by itself. To get X by itself, I need to get rid of what do I have to get rid of to get X by itself?
You have to get rid of the, let me see.
Do I have to get rid of the 3?
Yep.
Do I have to get rid of the 10?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't have to get rid of either of those things because those are not causing problems.
Oh.
Can you hold on? I'm realizing that maybe I'm not sharing my screen
Yeah.
yet. Am I sharing my screen?
Now you are. Yep.
Oh, okay. When you came in, I must have stopped sharing my screen for some reason. Sorry about that. All right. So now let me re-ask the question. How do I get X by itself?
First, you have to subtract 5.
Very good. So I don't need to get rid of the 3 and the 10 because they're not with the X, right?
Yep.
In the middle here, I've got the 5 and the 6. So I have to get rid of 5 first, and then I can get rid of 6. And how do I get rid of 5?
Minus 5.
I subtract that on all sides, all 3 sides. There's really 3 sides to this. So this on the left, it becomes -2 is less than or equal to, these cancel out. So I just have 6x is less than or equal to, what's 10 minus 5?
-5.
Nope. What's 10 minus 5?
5.
Yeah, it's +5. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Now how do I get rid of the, no, I'm sorry. Now what do I have to get rid of?
Now you have to get rid of the -2.
Nope. The -2 is over here on the left. That's not causing any problems. What do I want? What do I want? What's my ultimate goal when I'm solving equations or inequalities? To get the variable what?
By itself.
By itself. And why is the variable not by itself?
Because there's a 6.
Yeah, so I have to get rid of the 6.
Yep.
And what's happening with the 6? Is it being added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided, or something else?
It's being divided.
It's being multiplied.
All right.
So what do I have to do to get rid of it?
You're going to have to divide it.
Very good. And I have to divide it not only here, but here and here on all 3 sides. I've got to be fair to my inequality. Got to do the same thing everywhere. So what happens when I divide it in the middle? It'll go away and I'll have X all by itself, which is perfect. And what's my left side going to look like?
It's going to be
negative. Go ahead.
3. It will be -3.
Not -3. That would be if it was 6 over -2, but it's not 6 over -2.
It's 3 then. Yeah.
No, nope, it's not 3. Remember when I cancel it, let me show you over here on the left. -2, 6 is like 2 times 3, right?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen with this 2, with the 2 on the top and the bottom? What's 2 divided by 2? It's 1, right? Yeah. But it's not. What do I have to put on the top when it cancels out? What do I have to put on the top? There's still a what? What do they cancel out to?
They cancel out to -2 over 6.
Not -2 over 6. No, it's already -2 over 6. I'm saying what happens. What's 2 divided by 2 equal to?
That's equal to 1 over 1.
It's equal to 1 over 1. So these cancel out to 1. But I still have a negative up there, don't I?
Yep.
So this doesn't equal, you said it equaled -3. It actually equals -1/3. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. And then over here on the right side, what is 5 divided by 6? Can I write it any different way, or did I just write 5 divided by 6?
5 divided by 6.
Yeah, because that's already simplified. That can't simplify anymore. So
Yep.
there's my answer. Now, do they want us to write this in interval notation or no?
Nope.
Okay. If they did, just so you know, you would write it like this: a closed bracket on the left because of the equal to sign on the bottom, 1/3, comma, 5/6 with an open bracket on the right because there's no equal to sign.
Yeah.
That's how you would write that. I don't know if you've learned that yet, but you will very soon. All right, here we go. Next one. All right, let's do this. It's the same kind of problem, right? What's the first thing I'm going to do? Or what do I have to get rid of first?
First, you have to get rid of the 7.
Good. Get rid of the 7. So let's subtract 7 on all 3 sides. So what's on the left? What's that going to be on the left? What's 37 minus 7?
That's 30.
Good. What's in the middle?
That would be just 3C.
And what's on the right?
That would be 36.
Perfect. Now what?
Now you're going to have to divide by 3.
Exactly. Good job. Divide everything by 3. What's 30 divided by 3?
10.
Nice. 3 and 3. What happens in the middle? What's in the middle?
That's a C.
Perfect. And what's on the right side? What's 36 divided by 3?
12.
Perfect. So there's your answer. And to write it in interval notation, it would be open parentheses 10, comma 12, close parentheses. Make sense?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. You tell me what to do here. Or do you happen to have do you have an Apple Pencil by chance?
No.
You don't. Okay. You can probably do this with your finger on here. You go ahead and write it on and show me how you would do this. Let me see you do it now.
There we go.
Are you writing on it? I don't see it yet.
1 minute. There we go.
There it is. There, I see it now. All right. Nice. Good job. Now what?
Now you're going to divide by 2.
Okay. And what do you get?
You get
Don't put a P. Don't. Oh, okay. Divide everything by 2. And then you can write the next inequality below that line. Good job. Perfect. There you go. And you can write that as 7.5 if you want to. But yeah, good job. Excellent. For some reason, it's not showing up on my I see it on the screen, but I don't see it on my actual iPad for some reason. This is weird. And I'm projecting my iPad, so I don't know how that's happening. But good. How did you write that on there? Did you write it on Jamboard, or do you write it in Zoom?
In Zoom.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. So hopefully that showed up. I don't know if it showed up or not on, you wrote it in Zoom instead of on the Jamboard. You could have just written it on the Jamboard. So I'll go ahead and write it so we have it. I'll write it on the Jamboard. So we're adding 3, adding 3, adding 3. So that gives us 6 is less than 2p is less than or equal to 15. Then we're dividing by 2, dividing by 2, dividing by 2. So 3 is less than p is less than or equal to 15 halves. Good job.
Yep.
All right, let's try another one. Oh, piece of cake. What's the only thing you have to do here?
This you just have to subtract 2.
Good. So what am I going to have?
You're going to have, that would be 12 on the left side.
Positive 12?
Yep.
You sure?
Oh, no, negative 12.
Yeah, it's got to be a negative 12. Good. What's in
And
the
then
middle?
It's going to be just y.
And what's on the right?
And then that's 6. Negative 6.
Negative 6. Done. Good job. Well done. All right, now we've got an or inequality. So with an or inequality, by the way, with all of these ones, they didn't ask you to graph them, but if they did ask you to graph it, which they will eventually, you would it would be a, or did they ask you to graph it? You just didn't tell me. Did they ask you to? Or no? No. Okay. So if they asked you to graph it, what you would do is, in this case, you would put an open circle here, an open circle here, and you would draw in between them. That's called an and inequality. It's y is greater than negative 12 and less than negative 6. Okay.
Yeah.
For this other one over here, again, it would be your equation or your graph would be from negative 15 or negative 15. Well, here's 7 and here's 8. 15 halves is 7.5. And then here's 3 over here. So your graph would be in between there, including it. So I fill it in because of the equal to sign there. To there. Whoops. Not filled in. To there. Not filled in because there's no equal sign. Got it? But it would be between there because it's what's called an and inequality. It's in between them. Okay. For this one, it would be, I use that as my line there. For this one, it's going to be from 12 to 10, or from 10 to 12, and it's going to be not filled in here and filled in here and between like that. Okay. But for this one, this next one, this is an or inequality. When you have an or, your graph is going to look like your graph. I can even graph it pretty much right now and then just fill in the numbers later. Your graph is going to be something's over here, something's here. They're both going to be filled in. I know they're filled in because they both have the equal to part, and they're going to go in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So let's just solve it and let's figure out what that's going to be. So this equation, what would I do first on the left side?
Subtract 3.
Good. And when I subtract 3, what do I get? Tell me what to write.
Negative 12.
First, I'm going to write 3d, right? Is less than or equal to, and then I'm going to write negative 12. Or what do I do here?
You're going to subtract 2 on both sides.
Good. And what do I get?
5d.
Good. Greater than or equal to?
14.
Careful.
Oh, negative 14.
Nope. Try it again. What's 12 minus 2?
10.
Good. So be careful with that. Don't make those silly mistakes, right? Make sure you're doing the right addition and subtraction. All right, what's next for this? The one on the left. What do I do now?
Then you're going to divide 3d by 3.
Divide both sides by 3. Let's say it correctly, right? And what do I get?
Negative 4.
D is less than or equal to -4. So I know this is -4 right here.
Yep.
And then what about on the right side?
Then you're gonna divide by 5 on both sides.
Mm-hmm. And what do I get? D is greater than or equal to
2.
2. So this is 2 right here. So -4 here and 2 here, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. How about this one? You tell me what to do first.
First, you're gonna add 1.
Okay. And when I do that, what do I get? Whoops.
You're gonna get 42. 6b is greater than or
Greater
equal
than or equal to
42.
good. Or now what do I do
Yep.
on this side?
Subtract 1 from both
Good.
sides.
Good. And what do I get?
You're just gonna get 2b is greater than
Less than
is less than 0.
or equal to 0. Very good. Now, just so you know, they kind of wrote these in the reverse order here. They wrote
Okay.
the greater than on the left and the less than on the right. That's okay. We can fix it later, right? But just be aware of that. So now what's the next step?
Now you're gonna divide by 6 on both
Good.
sides.
Good. How about for the other one?
The other one, then divide by 2.
Good. And what do I get when I divide by 6 on both sides?
You can get 7.
B is greater than or equal to 7, or B is
Greater than or equal to 0.
okay, you said it wrong, but I think you knew what you meant. Less than or equal to 0. So do you see how they're in the reverse order? So let's just go ahead and flip them. Let's move them around. I'm going to put that on the left and I'm going to put this on the right. It just looks better. Because then my graph, if I needed to graph it, is just going to be from 0, including it to the left, and from 7, including it to the right.
Yeah.
And there we go. All right. More fun. What do I do now?
Now you're gonna subtract by 5.
Good. When I subtract 5, what do I get?
You're gonna get,
Tell me what to write.
so -5 and then -5, that equals 1.
Good. No, it equals 0.
Oh yeah, that one equals 0.
Oh, on the right hand side, it's not 1, it's -1, right?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Right. And then what about this? Do I write M on there? What do I do with this negative sign here?
Then you write -m.
Yeah, I keep it. I keep it with the M, right? I keep it there because that stayed with it. That didn't go with the 5. That stayed with the M. Now what?
Now you're gonna divide. Now you're gonna
Well, let's
divide.
do the one on the right first. Let's divide both sides by 7, okay?
By 7.
All right, and M is what?
Greater than or equal to 5.
Good. Now, am I done with this one on the left though? That kind of concerns me. What do I have to do now?
Divide by -m.
Very good. No, sorry, not -m. Divide by
Oh, just m.
not M. You know that this is really like a -1 right here.
Yeah.
So how do I get rid of that -1?
Add.
No, because it's not being added. It's being what?
Subtracted.
It's actually being multiplied.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see how that's being multiplied by the M?
Yeah.
So how can I get rid of that negative there?
You're gonna do the inverse and divide.
Good. And so dividing by -1, what does that give me on the left side?
That gives you m
Mm-hmm.
is greater than.
Do I keep that sign as a greater than sign?
Oh, you flip it, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget to flip it. Whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to flip the sign. And what's on the right side then?
Then that would be -1.
What's a -1 divided
Okay.
by a -1?
1. That's 1.
+1. Yeah. So, or m is greater than or equal to 5. So my graph is going to look like this. It's going to be at 1, open circle going left, and at 5, closed circle going right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Let me tell you why you have to flip the sign so you don't forget that. Tell me what's true about 3 and 5. Which one is greater, 3 or 5?
5.
So it's eating the 5, right? Now, if I
Yep.
multiply both sides by a -1, now which one's greater, -3 or -5?
-3.
Yeah. Do you see how it just changed the value of that statement? If you just change the signs, you actually change the value of the statement.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to flip the sign when you have something like that. Okay.
All right.
All right. So this says they want you to write it in, what do they want you to do? Oh, they're telling you inequality?
Yeah.
Oh, they want you to solve this. Yeah, solve.
Yeah.
Was that what this said? Solve.
Yeah.
And write. Solve and write in inequality notation and in interval notation. Okay, so yeah, we did. Remember, we said they were going to ask that pretty soon. So
Yeah.
what's the first step to solve this this equation? What's the first step going to be?
First step would be divide by 7.
No, don't do that yet, because see how we have a parentheses here?
Oh, yeah. Multiply.
We're going to have to
4
distribute
by
that in.
-7x and
Yeah, we're going to.
4.
So let's do that. So I'm going to just write this equation out again. Is less than or equal to, I'm multiplying that in now. So 28x plus 28. Got it?
Yeah.
Now what? What's the next step?
Now you're gonna go to the, now you're gonna divide.
I wouldn't do that yet, because you want to move the x's together and you want to move the constants together.
Oh, then you're gonna subtract 7x.
Not subtract it, because it's being subtracted. Yes, add it. Good. And I like that you chose to move this, not this. I like that, because I want to keep things positive whenever I can. So I'm adding 7x to both sides of the inequality. And I get 28 is less than or equal to, what is that, 35x
Yeah.
plus 28. Now what?
Now you're gonna subtract 28.
Good. And when I subtract 28, what do I get?
Just nothing.
Well, I can't see that very good. Let me change that. Minus 28 and minus 28. What am I going to get on the left?
On the left side, you're gonna get 0.
Good. And on the right side, what am I going to get?
0.
Well, that's 0, but what else do I still have?
All of the 35x.
Yeah. Now what?
Now you
Remember, I'm trying to get x by itself. So what do I have to do?
divide 35x.
Say that again.
Divide 35x.
By what?
35.
Good. And if I did it on the right side, I have to do it on the left side. What am I going to get? What's my inequality going to be? What's on the left side? What's this equal to?
That's equal to 0.
And what's this right side equal to?
X.
Good. Now, I would rewrite this as x is greater than or equal to 0.
Yeah.
You see what I did?
Yeah.
Because it just looks better to write it that way. So inequality notation is x is greater than or equal to 0. So how would I write that in an interval notation?
Parenthesis x infinity sign, then
Parenthesis x infinity sign.
yeah, and then bracket.
I think you meant 0, not x.
Oh yeah,
Is that what you meant?
yeah.
Okay. And do you mean, are those the right kind of brackets? Did I put those brackets correctly or no?
Oh yeah. Instead of the bracket, put the parenthesis.
So this should be a parenthesis. You always put a parenthesis within with the infinity sign. But how about the one on the left? Should it be a bracket or a parenthesis?
Bracket.
Because it's included. Understand?
Yep.
All right. Got a couple minutes left. Let's see if we got a couple more we can do. I'm going to whip these out quick. All right. Just to make sure we get through them. So I'm just going to do these problems for you, and you can watch the video again later if you want. All right. So we're going to add like terms here. That's negative 11n. And we're going to add like terms there. And the 8 stays how it is right there. So that's 8 minus 9n. So I'm going to just move the 9n to the right side. So I'm adding 9n. So that gives me negative 2n is less than or equal to 8. Now I'm going to divide by negative 2, which means I have to flip the sign, and it becomes a negative 4. So inequality notation is n is greater than negative 4 or equal to negative 4. And that means it starts at negative 4 inclusive, and it goes to infinity. Let's try another one. So I'm first going to add 1 to both sides. So 6b is greater than or equal to 42. This looks like one we already did, is it?
Yeah.
B is greater than or equal to 7, or I'm going to subtract 1, so B is less than or equal to 0. And again, flip them so that it looks better if you want to, but I think we did that one already. That was it. All right. Perfect timing. Do you feel good about it?